Hello, and welcome to another update video on gold. So far, this is all going according to script pretty much. Don't see any major surprises. I've already read some articles yesterday about a direct breakout for gold and that we're already on our way to new all-time highs. While that is possible, I always have to align myself with the most probable scenarios. And so for me, the most probable scenario still remains a larger correction. But we remain open to different interpretations. As I explained many times, when it comes to tracking corrective structures, especially wave 4 corrections, you can get fake outs, you could even get, some kind of a high B wave here, fake breakout and things like that. None of that happened yet here, right? I mean, I still view this as a corrective, like a wave 4, which can still extend. We have clearly, and this is if I zoom out a bit, you see that actually, sorry, this should actually sit here. Again, the orange scenario remains the most probable one. We've been tracking this correction, guys, since mid-end of October. It was clear it was due. I saw this as a wave A, and then we were tracking this together, this B wave bounce, yeah. And then we saw a 5-wave decline that was also expected last week. Just for context here, this is likely the wave 1 of the C wave down. A correction like a wave 4 typically unfolds as an ABC structure. Of course, other interpretations are possible. Maybe in future videos we can talk about more alternative interpretations like WXY structures, but they would be more, let's say, exotic interpretations. So for now, I still think the ABC structure we're tracking here is the most probable one. Important is now, that we focused over the last few days and last week on this bounce. And this is also currently actually unfolded nicely because, we wanted to see 3 waves up, happened. We wanted to see it as a lower high, happened, because a B wave is usually a lower high. Sometimes you can get overshooting B waves, didn't happen. Well, that's good. Now, we then saw a 5-wave decline, at least as far as I can understand it, 5 down. I think we can probably agree this looks like a 5-wave move down, which shifted focus to lower. This is exactly what we were watching for. Because after a B wave tops, normally the C wave down should give us 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the first confirmation really that wave C has started is the initial 5-wave move down. What do we watch for after a 5-wave move down? What do we expect? Yeah, a 3-wave move up. A, B, C. Kind of what's unfolding right now, yeah? Initially, I considered that this here was all of the wave 2. But because, it's a 3-wave move up, right? So 5 down, 3 up. Straightforward. I think, you don't need to be an Elliott Wave expert to be able to count 5 waves down here. The move up was a bit more difficult, but it still looks like 3 waves, especially if you do the work and count the microstructures. It gives you a pretty clear 3-wave move up. Now, then, however, and this was my sign here that we will probably go higher, the move down ended as a 3-wave move. So I was open to already continuation of the downtrend. I'm talking about continuation because we had 5 waves down. So we expect a 3-wave move up and then the next 5-wave move down in wave 3. Confirmation for that would have been another micro 5-wave move down, but it actually, as you just saw, is a 3-wave down move. So the idea is that what I considered was wave 2 actually should unfold as a larger wave 2. So we made that preferred interpretation, I think over the weekend. If I remember correctly. And then yesterday I doubled down on that. And the market unfolded nicely. We even had a local 1-2 setup here. You might remember that because this looks like a micro 5-wave move up. Pretty clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so it did what it needed to do, right? It gave us a higher low, landed actually in our support area, which I've now removed from the chart because we don't need it anymore. But from an educational point of view, as a reminder, normally a wave 2 should hold the 78.6 retracement. And it did. Spot on, yeah, at 4,035. I think that's when I made the video update yesterday. Or did I cover silver only yesterday? I think I covered silver only yesterday. But for those of you who are interested in our stocks membership, I cover gold and silver every single day. Sometimes even twice, depending on what happens. in additional updates on Discord. You can check it out. I put the link into the description. It's the Patreon link. But anyway, so you were aware. I think that was the pattern we discussed on the weekend anyway. So then, that's why I covered silver, because gold was covered on Sunday. So, and then the move up was the third wave. Here's usually the strongest wave. It might have topped now, because the third wave reached the 100% extension target, which is normally an ideal target for this C wave. A wave, often as long as the C wave. Sometimes the C wave is longer. Quite often is longer, but should reach at least the 100% extension. And obviously we reached the 61.8 retracement at 4,153, so it's an important resistance level, but pullback is corrective. It's a three-wave move down again, keeps the door open for higher. And I've added micro support here. Now, I'm thinking actually that if we go any higher, I mean, ideally this low holds, but I would still allow it another dip if it needs it. Then this C wave would transform into an ending diagonal. So below $4,081 for me, this is topped. But because we have a three-wave move down, I would still prefer one more high. Also, and I think also we agree on that, hopefully, the C wave up currently is only a three-wave move up. But it should be five. A C wave is a five-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I said, this 4 could extend A, B, C, then up. That wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it wouldn't change anything. It's just short-term noise. So basically, if we get another high, what are the levels we're watching? The next highs could take the price to 4,187, 4,196, 4,208, 4,223, but then we're already, a little higher than we should be, really. If it's really a wave 2 bounce, it shouldn't break above the 78.6 retracement at $4,196. A decisive break above opens the door to more bullish interpretations. What could they be? I mean, it opens the door to a wider B wave for sure. Yeah. It opens the door to a direct breakout, but I'm not a huge fan of that because we have 3 waves up and 5 waves down. So it is currently really the bullish count, directly bullish count would currently be at the end of the line, right? So yeah, that's how I see the market, which means 4,081 is the key support that I'm watching. I'm ready for one more high in this wave 2. That's the update on gold. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then check out our membership. Also, if you're wondering where you can trade gold futures, we have partnered with XTB. They are a globally regulated broker. Depending on where you are located, you could even qualify for a free share. For example, in the UK, you can get a Rolls-Royce share. Only 5 days left to claim your free share. You get commission-free trading here, up to 100,000 euros in monthly turnover. Free deposits, withdrawals. I use it myself, XTB, and over 2 million investors. Over 10,900 or 10,900 instruments. So what I actually want to say is you can trade gold here, not gold futures, but they offer gold CFDs, and they represent basically the chart, or they basically closely mirror the chart that we are tracking here together. The gold CFD chart, you see it, is basically closely mirroring what we're tracking here actively. You can also trade silver. I know a lot of you are interested in palladium and platinum, all available as CFDs. If you are trading these, make sure that you understand the risk. But they have a full charting platform as well, in case you don't want to pay money to, for example, TradingView, which is only free if you get kind of bombarded with ads. But you can basically also use Elliott Wave tools here and everything. You can draw trend lines, of course. You can save different charting. You can save different variations of your chart with all your labels and everything. So all of that is available here as well, plus market analysis tools, heat maps, and so on. So check it out if you're interested. If you use the link in the comment section to sign up, if you're looking for a broker, then you also support our project here and support all the analysis we give you here for free every single day. Thanks so much. Wish you a great day. Bye-bye.